everyone, and welcome to part 7 of the Newquest Chronicles. And today, Glenn has decided to move away from Newquest to do his exercise and has gone over to the city, San Myshuno, for a bit of quiet exercise time. Time where he can be alone and just concentrate on his exercise without any distractions. Sadly, it didn't last long. As you can see in the background, there's Nadine having a bit of boxing, and I think Will has just walked in as well. Oh well, never mind. It's a different gym, different environment, so I'm sure they'll all benefit from it. Yes, Nadine is getting shouted at by the trainer. Obviously not boxing correctly. Looks fine by me. I wouldn't like to cross her. Yes, it does look like Will. Obviously trying to get in shape for his forthcoming wedding. Anybody else in? Not yet. Oh, well, that's not too bad then. Can we just take a minute to look at San Myshuno? If I can get the camera angle right. Just look at that. Absolutely stunning. I've never played a game in the city. Because there are no houses, it's just apartments, and it's never really appealed to me. Maybe I should try it one day, but look at that, it looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, now Tess has arrived. And if I'm not mistaken, so is Cheryl. Is everybody here? Oh, so much for the quiet gym time. Oh, Timothy's just walked in as well. Well, we don't tend to bother with him much, but I think we will have a look at him at some stage. Oh, he's going to try some boxing. Oh, obviously he needs a bit of training. Now, see this chap here? Yes, he is green. And I think I'm going to explain about him because him and his other friends have just started to sort of appear in the game, and there is a bit of a backstory there. In fact, when we're finished here at the gym, I will go in and have a look at it. Oh, well done, Glenn. Achieved your milestone. Oh, there's Stephen as well. Well, why don't everybody just come along here? Yeah, Ben as well. So much for quiet gym time, eh, Glenn? Right, this is the story behind the Colour Friends, as I call them. 4 people I created for a challenge called the Survival Challenge. Red, blue, green and yellow. What happens is you build 4 rooms, identical rooms, put 4 people in each room, and you take an item out every time. Just the basic stuff in there, like a fridge, a bed, a cooker. And you take everything out one by one in each room, and the last one standing is the winner. So I started doing this, and it seemed absolutely fine. It was going okay, and they were struggling along until it got towards the end of the game, and they didn't have much in each of the individual rooms. And when I went into it, they didn't do anything other than just stand there and stare at me. And it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I was tired, and it completely freaked me out. So I had to abandon that challenge completely. And to make everything nice and okay again, I put them in this great big house, gave them all the food and everything that they needed, and just forgot about them. But as you can see, they've started appearing in the game now, so should be interesting. Now let's go over and see how Glenn and Cheryl are getting on. He's invited her over just for a bit of a catch up because they haven't seen each other for a couple of days. No, that's a bit of an interesting position. I think you better move out of the way there, Glenn. Ah, well done. Now, Glenn is going to have a quick word with her and say, "Do you want to stay over tonight?" And she said, "Yeah, that's a good idea. In fact, I'll go up to bed now. I'll see you soon." And off she goes. Now, Glenn goes and sits down and watches the TV. Now, if he knew what "I'll go up now" means, then he would follow her up. But he hasn't. So Cheryl drifts off to sleep. And Glenn is still downstairs watching TV. Now, come on, Glenn. Read the signs. Turn the telly off. Turn the telly off. Well done. Bit of coax in there. Right, so off to bed with you two, but I have a feeling you will be going to go straight to sleep tonight because Cheryl is tired. Oh well, there you go. Now, over at Oasis Springs, it's getting quite exciting. It's the day before Moriah's birthday and she becomes a teenager. So she's going to get a bit of a, well, I say an early night, it's really quite late, but she hasn't got school tomorrow. They've given her the day off because it's her birthday, so she's going through her usual nighttime rituals, like most of us do. Classic wee before bedtime. Wash your hands, clean your teeth. I assume you're going to clean your teeth anyway. Oh, well done. Yeah, it's quite an exciting day tomorrow. They're going to take Moriah out for a meal and then have a little private party at home afterwards. Well, not so much a party, but they're just going to go and blow the candles out on the cake. Right, so night-night to you. Your last night as a little girl. Now, what's everybody else doing? Fred, why are you sat in your outdoor clothes indoors watching TV? I'm sure it's not that cold inside. Nobby, yes, well done. Playing your computer games. Now it's getting quite late here as well, and I think you two need to go to bed as well. In time for the big day tomorrow, so off you go. Well, so much for an early night. It's nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. Right, off you go, and we shall catch up with you tomorrow. Oh, I can imagine what you're going to be up to now. Yep, we'll leave you to it. Here they are, McDonald's. Now, Moriah said she wanted to sit outside, so they all sat outside even though it's raining, but nevertheless they've got an umbrella out there, so that's fine. The food is ordered, and Moriah is going to go to the toilet because she forgot to go before she left the house. Now keep your eye on the right. Look who's sat there. It's an alien. And I have a feeling that is something to do with Timothy's kidnapping of the rocket and flying off without anybody knowing. But we'll find out a bit more about later. Now, the guys are talking about Moriah while she's away from the table and saying, look, you know, when she's a teenager, we've really got to sort of buckle up and, you know, keep an eye on her. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this, but we do need to sit down and talk about it. So food's here now, and we've got one of those very annoying waiters who's going to be stood right outside the table, listening to everything they say and watching them eat. Oh, that's handy. He wants to go to the toilet, so they will move away there. Nobby, I don't think this is a time to be flirting when you're out having dinner with your daughter. Right then, here we go! It's time to blow out the candles and see what Moriah looks like as a teenager. No, sorry, we're not going out today, Vivian, whoever you are. We've got a birthday to do. There's the candles. Okay, Moriah, wait until Nobby comes in and you can blow those candles out. Happy birthday. And look at this. Isn't she absolutely beautiful? It's very thin. She said, oh, thanks, Daddy. Great day, great party. Gosh, she's so thin. Now then, where's Nobby? He needs to see his new grown-up daughter. Ah, here he is.
You nubby!
Right. Hook from Daddy Nubby.
Sick of food.
And he's saying, right, listen, you are a teenager now, and I don't want to hear any stories of any boyfriends and bringing people home. You're not ready yet. Concentrate on your schooling. And Mariah's going, oh, Dad.
7A?
They're just trying to look after her. Not a problem there. Right, something I have to do, and I shall speed this up, but obviously now Moriah has grown up, we need to get rid of her kiddie room and make it into more of a teenager's room. So we'll get her a nice bed. More grown-up bedside cabinets, I think. That'll do, and perhaps bedside lights. Wonderful. Get rid of that burger picture, I think, and replace it with something a bit more teenagery. That'll do. Just make it a bit bigger. Perfect. Clear the desk a little bit and make room for a computer, because you'll probably need one of those. And a few little books on the side of the desk, I think. Yeah, that'll do. We'll get rid of those two lamps to keep the monsters away from under the bed, which apparently work really well. There. I think she'll like that. And even though she's now a teenager, the routine is still the same. Right, night-night, Moriah. You teenager, you.
Lucy. Hana.
Back over at Glenn's, Cheryl is still there. And they're just chatting over a coffee, telling a few jokes and just, assessing the relationship. And Glenn's saying, look, do you know what? I'm really enjoying this.
Nilshaba.
I know you stayed over last night, but do you want to stay over tonight as well? Cheryl said, yeah, why not? I'm enjoying myself as well. Excellent, she says. Right, I will stay another night then. Right, this time they're going to go to bed at the same time. I think I know what Glenn's got in mind anyway. Probably Cheryl for thinking about it. Yep, I was right. Right, we'll leave them alone, I think. Next morning, and Glenn is rather happy because all night he's been thinking about something. Thinking of something quite important. So what he's going to do, he's going to make a nice breakfast. Not wake Cheryl up until she's ready. But at least when she comes down, she's going to have a nice breakfast to have when she gets in.
Hatayabe.
Well, Glenn was hungry, so he hasn't waited for her. He's finished his off. So, for somebody who doesn't cook very often, he's really quite pleased with that. Ah, here comes Cheryl. Morning, love. Breakfast is on the side. Good morning.
Dag.
So, did you sleep okay, Cheryl? Everything okay?
Sugar blue.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, slept really well. That's good. And it's kind of making small talk now, which Cheryl is sort of picking up on. And this has been going on for quite a while now, and she's like, look, come on, is there anything you want to talk about, really? Because you seem to be rambling on all the way through breakfast. Glenn's starting to bumble and trip over his words, and she's like, "Come on, if you want to talk to me about something, talk to me about something."
Bro, had a velk.
More small talk from Glenn. He's not very good at these things. Right, deep breath, Glenn. Come on, you can do this. Come on, you can do it. Oh, Glenn. Oh, Cheryl. Oh no, he's gutted and embarrassed. But Cheryl's, look, there's 2 weddings this year. There's Will and Stephen, and there's Nadine and Ben. I don't really want to sort of rain on their parade or anything, and I really want to wee as well. I do want to marry her, but not yet. Not yet. So while Cheryl goes off to the toilet, Glenn is gutted. Absolutely gutted. So he's going to disappear, hide under the sheets. And I think, Cheryl, you better go home.
Yes.
Back home, Nadine's saying, "Cheryl, I think we need to talk."
Me.
And Cheryl's like, "Yes, I think we need to talk about your dress sense." "Never mind my dress sense," says Nadine. "We need to talk about you. You've been moping around the house for about 2-3 days now, and there's clearly something wrong. Is there something you want to talk about?" And Cheryl's like, "Well, yeah, Glenn proposed and I turned him down." Nadine's like, "What? What did he do that for? I think you better ring him up, have a chat with him, make sure he's okay." So Cheryl rang, but instead of being sort of sympathetic and making sure he's okay, she's happy, she's jolly, she's acting as though nothing happened at all. And Glenn's like, "What are you talking about? Do you not remember what happened?" And she's like, "Oh, well, that's okay, not a problem. Are you okay? Are you fine? I'm fine." Very, very odd. And then she goes and sees Will and Steve in their room. And again, she's acting really, really strange because she's come in with the umbrella up, and Stephen and Will are like looking at each other and they're saying, "Cheryl, are you okay?" And the little code for, "Uh-oh, there's something wrong here," is a little flirt between those two. And there's a little flirt, and they're saying, "Look, Cheryl, if there's anything you need to talk about, then here we are. Let's talk." And she said, No, I'm fine. Everything is absolutely fine." Later that night, Cheryl is absolutely starving. So she's going to make herself a nice big pan of mac and cheese, which is her favourite meal. It's going to have to be a big serving. After all, she's eating for 2 now.